Right.
Hey, welcome
Back
back,
for
everybody, to the live action. This is Brian the Kickin' Chicken, and we're honored to have Jeremy Jones commentating with us this afternoon. How's everything
yeah,
down in
thank you.
Texas, Jeremy?
Oh, good, Brian. Thank you. Uh, look forward to this match. Sam Henderson and Chris Reinhold. Now, is this a first round? You might know that more. It's a second round winner's side, or
The second round of the winter side.
okay, that's what I'm suspecting.
Don't know a
It
lot
looks
about.
like a pretty.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, it looks like a pretty tight table here.
It's table 8. The notorious table 8. These are 4-inch pockets. The rest of the tables we had redone for 4.5-inch pockets.
Okay.
So this is a slightly tight. The feature table is a little bit tighter.
Yeah, quite a bit. They look nice. I was there not long ago, and pretty sure I know which table this is.
Yes, that's the one you're thinking of. You can see the number 8 right on the bottom of the screen, and it's a little strange seeing it in blue. I'll leave you guys to it.
Thanks, Brian. We got two Brians there.
Brennan?
I break. So, know, good look at shooting at this. I hate to give up a shot right here with the push out and kind of a tough layout overall. Be a little funny. What's your game of choice, Brian?
Bank pool, actually. I like banks.
Okay.
I'm more of a carnival pool player. Penny ball. I will play 9 ball when forced.
I love 9 ball with the rules today, especially back in the day. Action matches. I think 9 ball was a little more scarce, but but on a good table and the right rules, I really like the game. I don't know if he gave up a shot here, but especially early in the match, I'll use the rollout sometimes where I may not later, just to kind of, you know, be in control to start the match a little bit, maybe.
My usual partner in crime, Bobby Hunt. He was on with Scott earlier doing the first 2 matches. His preference always, he was an old time hustler. His preference was push out pool, push out every shot. He used to enjoy that game quite a bit.
Yeah, I only played that once actually.
Is that
Uh,
right? Yeah.
yeah, that was right before my time. Watched it a couple times, and only, of course, it wasn't a tournament; it was an action match. Played it once, really. Might go for this ball here. I mean, if you like stunning between the 9-3 two rails and taking a little distance on the 2 ball, good though.
Yeah, he went for that bank, I think. I think he was playing offensive 2 way. Does he have a look at that 1 ball?
Maybe a little piece of it. I don't think as a make it though. Doesn't seem too unhappy.
Like he's setting up for a kick, I think.
He's going at the one for
Oh,
sure.
he's got a direct edge.
Definitely got a piece
Oh,
of
he
it.
sure did.
And that right there is a good just example quickly about the difference between a 4-inch pocket and a 4.5-inch pocket. That ball wasn't hit terribly. You could see it was a good stroke. I thought it was anyway. It's just that the it's just a little tougher to 4-inch. Now is he looking at this because he's partially hooked here? He's worried about the one rose, maybe.
I think you could see
Pretty
most of the ball,
playable.
maybe not the right side of it.
Well, I think he'd like to hit outside English here, so maybe the one ball being froze was a concern. A little awkward, even though an easy shot on what he's got on the 3 maybe. Now Sam, I've been around Sam a lot here since about late December, just off and on. And he's really gotten to where really doesn't miss many open shots. Still a young player, and of course it's a vast game, so it takes a while to learn all the moves and tactical play and whatnot. But he's really gotten sound knocking the balls in.
You know how old he is, Jeremy?
I think he just turned 18.
There's an awful lot of next generation boys coming up, isn't there? Really talented guys.
Yeah, it's I mean worldwide it's really amazing. Here in America, of course, it's amazing. It's as good as it's been in a while, I think. And I think it could get a lot better here in America, actually. I still think America probably has the most talent. It's a nice shot if he comes all the way. It might make 6 a little easier. I may just take the 6 all the way up here. I think it's easiest cue ball movement. Not only that, you kind of accept the shot, kind of breeds a little confidence forward. Guess you could play safe maybe if you really didn't like it.
How would you approach getting to the 7 here with, like a high right cue ball?
Yeah, it depends on how the table's playing. You don't really need a whole lot of right. All you need is about the middle diamond on the right rail.
Mm,
So this is where just like more good stroke gets you there. Could use a hair right if you want.
they struck.
Really good cue ball there off the right side. And I think that's kind of what I was talking about. Him just not really missing open shots as much. And he never really was bad at it, but you know what I mean?
Sure.
Part of getting better at it. I think tighter tables got maybe all of us for a little while as far as players really matured in that part.
Shows up oftentimes it shows up early in the match, and he looks like he's settled in pretty good on this first rack.
Point. Expect him to break balls pretty well. Done a lot of this break the last couple of years.
Where does he call home?
He's from Iowa, from the eastern part of the state. Yeah, he plays a lot of tournaments. He'll play most, I think, all the big WNT events this year, along with some of the smaller ones like this. This isn't a small event by any means. Great field. And y'all started at 10 a.m. this morning, I saw.
Yep, that's when they kicked off. They had a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Javier Colon, who's a nice, super nice young man from our area, and he happened to be the winner of the first Voice television singing competition. And he
I
gave
think
the
I met him. Yeah.
yeah, he's a nice, really super nice kid, and he's very dedicated to the game of pool. He plays
Yeah, he was in there when we were there a couple months ago.
okay. Yeah, he's a very respectful, nice young man, and he kicked it off. It was a nice start to the day. Big thank you to McDermott for making this happen for us, our chief sponsor. That one
I
ball,
drew the cue ball. I don't know if we get a look at that again, but kind of drew the cue ball. Maybe it got a kiss, but three's in a very similar spot. All right.
Yeah, it's a little concern with the three ball.
Looks like he can just draw up the left rail. Either go for the side if he needs to, or the lower right corner would be ideal.
Bed.
Really, he's gotten the cue ball off the rails, so this is where you don't want to just stop and settle, even though you could. Go ahead and draw a little closer one rail to the four, I think. That way, you might as well, because you're in such a good spot here. Get a little closer that way. Just makes the 4 to the 5 that much easier. Go ahead and be aggressive with the ball.
He agrees with you.
Yeah, and the same thing here. Go ahead and be kind of aggressive, come on one rail at the 5. I mean, you can handle a lot. You know what I mean, Brian? Like if you come down, you can handle a little more angle because you're closer to it. So
Absolutely.
it's like that shot there. There's nothing wrong with drawing back and taking a hair more angle just because you get a good 10 inches closer to the 6, rather than just kind of holding and getting it a little longer, a little funnier. He looks like he was practicing this morning, I'll tell you that.
Not missing anything. Certainly, his positions are spot on so far.
Sure, he's going for extension. Guessing he'll draw up the side rail. Doesn't look like he has the easiest angle to get out for the 9 on the side, so.
I said perfect, and it looks a little bit straight, actually.
No, I think it's pretty good.
There you go. That speed down perfect.
So
You're done.
2-0 without Chris Reinhold doing a whole lot wrong, really. I mean, he hit that one ball pretty well, it looked like. Now Sam has made 2 really nice outs.
Did Chris make one appearance on Moscone Cup Team USA, and were you captain when that happened?
It's 2 appearances, I believe.
Was he on twice? Okay.
Let me think. Yeah, he was on in 2020, 2021.
But
He was on yep.
do you recall how well he did in the competition?
The first year, no one did any good. In the COVID year,
Yeah,
got beat pretty handily that year.
I
The
remember. Yeah.
next year, yeah, he played really well. He should have beat Kachi in his first match. Got to the 8 and 9, I think it was, and overdrew the ball or something like that, and ended up beating. He really outplayed Kachi in that match, and then me and him lost the match in doubles. Uh, Again, we played really well, lost Hill, but we were up 4-2, I think it was, maybe. Should have got out. We didn't. So But he played well. I'd say he had, of course, because those years we lost.
All coming back.
Probably.
It's all coming back to me now. This is the year that you were pressed into duty because
Yeah,
Earl had his problem on the flight over, declared
yeah, the
ineligible.
COVID trace. Yeah,
Yes,
on the same flight as someone else that had COVID.
boy, have we been through a mess in our world in the last
Yes.
few years. So glad to come out the other side of it.
Yeah, crazy, really.
Yeah,
Yeah, he probably was at a 25% clip, but I mean, losing some close matches and just overall the teams get hard for any to have too much record.
I felt for you being called into duty like that, and you performed admirably. You really did.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really didn't mind having to play, even though I would have rather known I had to play or even of it. But it was something to sure.
You gave a
Without kind of remembering much of it, really, because it was so nervous.
you gave a good account of yourself. You really did.
Yeah, well, thank you, and what a good shot again here. He's kind of cut off the safeties that, or the kicks that are without curving the cue ball. Can he go with a level cue here? Well, this isn't that hard if he besides the jump cue.
Yeah, jump cues are allowed, and this looks like a fairly routine jump.
If he can reach it easily, which I think he can. This is one that sometimes I like this little cut in the side more than I like straight in the side for jumping the ball.
Kick
Kicking
at
it.
it.
Is he worried about not getting over and then opening the 4-9? Well, if he can kick like that, why would you?
Yeah, he missed it pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good effort, just the speed, because he's going to get good separation either side of it, or if he has a chance to make it also. So this should be a jump, correct?
Well, we thought so last time too, but we'll see. I think it is
Yeah,
even more so than the other. Yeah,
I assume it more these days just because the guys jump more often, more of an automatic at certain times. All right, good control, trying to somewhat do what he did. Be a little fortunate to catch the 8.
like he has an edge, but he might just go ahead for the to get behind it, see if he can get separation that way.
Well, that's a pretty big.
Although there's quite a few blockers there to take advantage of if he just tickies
I
the
think you got to
edge.
put. Yeah, just put the one on the side rail and come up the other side rail. I think with kind of how it lays.
Separate.
He's going. He's going for a little more. He's found the gap. I think. Still tough. He's elevated over the 8. The one's got near the cushion. May not even shoot at this really. You hate to make a nice shot and like scratch in the upper right corner or something. Might just bang this away 2 rails. Down 2-0. He probably wants to shoot the shot. Hurt.
What a tough roll that was.
Sure did hit the ball well with a little inside English too.
Yeah,
He's got it.
he had to jack up with that 8 ball where it was, and it looked like he just spun a little bit into that ball to make it. But he ended up in tough shape, like you said.
And I like what he's looking at here, kicking between the 5-6-3 cushions behind the 2. You got all kinds of positive ways you can hit this ball. Slide down the rail, you could make it, separate him easily. Like that. Got too many good things. And the speed is all of what it's about. Of course, you got to get your line, but it's always around medium. Seems like the friendly speed on that type of shot.
I don't know if he has a swerve here, if he's going to go to the jump cue.
I think it's definitely the jump. If he makes it, he's got the pink 4 right there.
thing of beauty if you can catch this full and just stop the cue ball dead.
Real first shot besides that one ball, game number one. Easy, but gotten a little thin here. Can he kill it? Does he need to go into the 6 maybe? Gotta go into 6 if he's going offensive.
Got that little cluster to deal with.
He's looking to see if he can play the 5 in the side and how easy it is from the 6 to the 7. The 4, 5, 9 is definitely playable, but it's a hair missable also. He's kind of evaluating. He has a full pocket on the going by the 8. It's kind of like playing with some angle on the 6, I think, to where 2 cushions for the 7. Could kind of move the 9 also when he shot the 5 and kind of forward. Didn't get a lot of angle here, so I don't know how easy this is to get on the 7.
Looks
9
like
there.
almost looks like he's heading for short side. Might have to hit 2 cushions, Jeremy.
Take the cut on the 7 from just past the side pocket. He can kind of stun spin it,
Yes,
hair past the side pocket, I think.
just like that.
Got a lot out of it. Up the top cushion. What it appears, I think I just come to the side pocket. Rails. Take the cut on the 8. You got the 9. Lower side pocket. 3 rails.
Scenic route looks pretty good.
Yeah, and that's that's a lot of preference how you want to shoot the 7. You have a preference anyways. Sometimes the camera fools us a little bit.
We're going to go to a quick commercial for McDermott.
Hopefully it's cold there.
Oh, well, in the booth here, it's like where you are. It's like that in Texas here. It's about 85, sunny in this little booth. But yeah, it's actually a chilly day. We think we're in like the mid 40s. Not too bad. Not too bad here in Connecticut. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We're back to the live action.
little variety. Opened with Sam. Made a ball in the break, but it's the one. That one. Purple 5.
Delicate.
Now, this next shot's the shot, really, if he can get on the 4 well. I don't think the 5-9's really on offer, but he's got to get good on the 5 to get to a tough 6 ball. This shot really will set it up to where it'll be a lot easier, maybe a little complex. Speed looks nice. Hey, did he get a little off angle here? Very, you know what I mean? If he gets
do,
thin
yeah,
on the 5, yeah, he could have problems. Kind of pull the ball into position. He's stunning. Forward even. Forward might be the worst. End up on this side rail. Like right here, you're going to get angle, but not a lot of angle. Now he's got to draw one rail across.
tough position.
Yeah, the worry here is the underhit usually. Went 3 with inside, but he missed the ball. So all that starts to weigh on everything, right?
Like the domino effect. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, the pocket size starts to come into, especially hidden, shot a lot of balls.
A little close
Not
to
a
the cushion to dig down, but he may have to try a little bit.
bumping it.
Oh, good,
Smart play.
good play. Yep.
Well, that way you get to shoot at that more comfortable speed, and if the line's good, not a whole lot can go.
A nice stroke shot here. I thought he
A
might.
little rubber.
I saw him. I saw him setting it up for the short side. I thought he might play it a little harder and come out, play the 7 into this pocket where it's closest to. Now he's got a pretty steep shot at the 7.
Yeah, I feel one he's supposed to make though, and I like this play. Just getting the shot at it. He's gonna duck it. Looks.
You gonna try to pin him behind the 8?
I like the cut shot myself, but unless the camera's full of me.
It's pretty steep. I mean, he is letting the cue ball go with the offense shot. Decides to make it and does so beautifully.
I thought he was supposed to shoot at that. Really. Or 4-0, correct?
It is. Awful lot of great content you can get if you subscribe to the Sharkstream TV.
Like a lot of value for sure. Bobby tries to do everything he can for pool up there.
Is the Energizer Bunny. He's got everything going on and lots of great content on the Sharkstream all the time.
I don't think we're sure yet, but there'll be another match at 4 o'clock after this one.
There is, yes. We've got a
So the break,
room full of champions. Yeah, let's see this break.
yeah, it hasn't gotten going yet for him. Still at 4-0. Side. Two's coming around near the ball. That's always a good sign. Going to line up pretty well for the side pocket.
Kind of losing that cue ball a little bit.
Yeah, but
The required break box is it's an interesting one. You've got that diagonal coming from the head spot to the first diamonds.
yeah, that's where it crosses. Looks like he's perfect here. Really, he's got a lot of options to get on 3-3-5 combo.
Taken.
He's gonna probably have to roll forward here, maybe. Try and make them both. That's, if I made them both, that's fine. But I think I still got to roll forward, maybe. High ball. It's gonna try and I think make them both, maybe. Inch over for the 4. Yeah, that was pretty risky, I thought. I think just rolling that ball in, and if you make them both, you're on the 4. You might not be offensive on the 4, but you're not snookered.
Doesn't have enough of this ball to actually make it, right?
No, he's got a kick at it,
Do you
looks
think
like.
he's going to hit yeah.
I think.
Got a little edge.
Well, he's done pretty decent with the 4 all the way back downtown, up top. Chris is gonna be, wanting to go offensive here, and defense isn't easy either, Chris, so gotta stay
Can he
still on a shot like this.
miss the 8 ball and come all the way around to the bottom rail where he's shooting from now?
I think if he's gonna put some speed, I think that it is such a tough shot just because you ain't done much. So
Pulled
it
out of
was
the
hard to
chair,
clip.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was hard to clip the 3 and run the cue ball because the 8 also. So pretty good kick shot. Really good kick shot, actually, Sam. And I don't know, maybe there was another safety there. Almost every player wants to try and knock that ball in. Really spin this or stun right before the 8. Lost.
Down. That's pretty good.
All right.
Got the angle to drift up a little bit. Is happy with center table.
And getting the shots at the beginning of the match on a table like this, I think, is even more influential on the outcome of a match, especially early in the tournament. Not like both players have played a lot of matches on the 4-inch pocket. Turn out nice. Just going to dig on the cue ball, take a little cut on the nine. Twice. I didn't expect that.
For the perfect position play, and it might have cost him the shot.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was close enough to be able to kill it out, maybe a diamond out in the middle of the table, take a little cut on the nine,
Yes,
especially because he's playing so good. I mean, probably not missing that nine too often. A little in between again here.
cross stroke on it, right?
You would figure, I mean, it's a long ways to go forward. So even if you just want to let the draw go and draw maybe around the nine shot, he's going to short. Going to be an awkward shot for the right hander.
Be laying all over the table, but he'll be close enough. He's got to be way the favorite to make it.
You would think. I think it's pretty awkward though.
It is. He'll be laying across that center pocket.
And these
For
are
sure.
4-inch pockets, so and he's not on the scoreboard yet either. So everything is tough at the moment.
Switching hands for the shot.
There is.
Like
Good.
like he was born a lefty and pumping his fist. Shot. I think we got to give him one of those booms. He went opposite hand to make that. To the live action, get a chance to see Chris Reinhold break 4.
Go head on. Shot, that's for sure. Yeah, he didn't even cut him. He just broke him head on.
I like the way he broke those.
Oh, he can break them for sure head on. Now he broke dry his first break, but one break, so we'll see how he continues. By the 5 here.
Nicely done.
Shot. Gotta make a nice little shot here. He doesn't want to fall straight on the 3, and you don't want to be miles away from it either. Comfortable, you can come between the 5-8, around the 8. You go around the 8, you can always get a little awkward, so you got to be careful there.
Going round. He's going to leave himself right on the cushion, which does give him a little bit of angle.
Oh, that's pretty good. Got a couple options here. Looks like he's forward. Spin. Trying to sneak up on the pink just a little bit right of the 9 ball, I guess. Big shot here in the match. Trying to get some momentum. Got a piece of it. A little bit of snooker, I think.
He did. He may have just the edge. I don't think he's got enough to make it. tell us anything further?
Huh. He's kind of looking at it again, but don't think he has a look to make the ball. Got a kick to move the 9 around a little bit, but
Up the edge?
yeah, if he's just got the top side without really banking it a long ways, I don't know really what he could do shooting direct at the ball. Maybe able to jump it without the jump cue. Just because he's barely hooked with the 8, maybe.
Yeah, it's
Leveled
just the
out.
very edge. He's level. Farm there.
Well, if he thought he could make it, he had to shoot.
But better if he missed it worse. If he missed it further, he had a chance to get separation down the other end. That was pretty surprising.
Yeah, it's just demanding pockets, it looks like. And of course, he could have hit that better for sure. 8 ball for each of these guys that have missed. Run quite a bit here. Comfortable. Yeah, huge game here. Huge shot. Go up 6-1 and race to 9. His winner break.
Chris missed that opportunity. He really needed it.
Excuse me, 5-1,
5-1 now, yeah.
6-1.
Gonna be a tall hill to climb for Chris.
Yeah, doable though.
What's pretty encouraging to me for me to see all these young guys coming up playing so well. I think all the prize money, a lot of the work that Emily Fraser's been doing in Matchroom to help our sport out, really paying off. The payouts are getting much better.
Yeah, more tournaments, that's for sure. I mean, you want to see quality fields and players are doing a great job. They all want to play. Just pools immense these days. As if you really look at it, doesn't really have an off season or anything like that. So very demanding sport, but a lot of good work being done. Got the 1 down again. The 2's coming around. Is it going to get kissed? It did. The type of shot. This one looks a hair thin, but if it was a little more over the cue ball, I probably cut it this spin. try and get shape. You could get a little two-way shot, really. Filling the cue ball. This is touchy. It's easy to like get him behind the 8. And that happens a lot. You're always worried about giving up a shot, so it's easy to end up short with the cue ball.
This ball, let's see.
I think he snookered partially anyways.
Might see another jump cue.
I don't know if he can bank the 2 across, kill the cue ball or not. Up table. 8 ball. Pretty good. Got an edge of it for sure, though, so Sam should be able to run this. Get behind the 8 himself.
Back where it is, yeah.
It looks steep, but the key to this is just make sure you put a good stroke on it. Don't let up. Clean hit here to run the ball. Got the 3-7 there. You got a lot of things helping you. Behind the 9.
Out there. Have enough separation to hit the short rail and make a hit.
I don't know if there's any question. You got to, it's uncomfortable, but you got to come to this other long rail where the cue ball's at and come across at the 2. A lot of good things can happen here. Yeah. Like he just needs to draw it a little bit, pinch it. That's the shot, right?
Perspective gets funny when you're that close to the rail.
Yeah, it's a lot of feel, and that's why I like to bend the ball really rather than try and judge it how it's going to come off natural. Pretty big ball in hand here for Chris. 5-1. That's some work, even though they're open. He's got to track up and down the table a couple times. Remembers that 8 ball he missed, so he can't take his eye off any shot really.
And for granted on this table.
Yeah, and little angles matter. You know, like he's really got to pay attention, get from the 5 to the 6, with the 7 back down table. Go here.
5 to the 6 looks like the worst of it from here.
Let's see. Stun, is he going to go? I like one rail if he feels like he's not hitting the 7. Hard to get straight in coming one rail. It's right as it lays naturally. The other thing, you're not going to be on the rail with he's going around.
A 7 with
Yeah,
speed. Well, how do you like that?
a little straight, but he can go forward 2 rails. Stunned it.
Not in love with that choice. I liked what you were saying to hit 2 rails and come back out.
Great recovery.
Did you keep commentating, chicken? I'll do the shooting. Recovery indeed.
Interested to see if he breaks head on again. Choose our score. 5-2, 5-3.
But the majority of the balls up table. It's just the edge of the 1 ball.
It's not easy, but it's there to come a couple rails behind the 8, trying like the purple 5 and the 8, the blocker. It's going to get away pretty easy. Shot there at the full snooker. Sure he did, but I think he did. Easy. Unless he can go straight at it.
Straight
I'm
at
sure
it.
he can.
I'd have the referee come
Yeah.
have a look.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be pretty obvious, but on the thing is, I don't think you can control much here. I think you just swing a little. Make sure you make a good hit.
You have a chance for the 9 ball?
Maybe the 1. Definitely a good hit.
I don't like his next shot.
Yeah, better than Chris run. Only that, it's hard to get ball in hand against top players. So the 3-7's a little funny. I mean, Sam can just make a hit on the 1 wherever it is. Looks open almost. Seven's got cut off.
Yeah, he's in tough shape here.
He's going to have to go one rail behind the 8 with some spin.
But he's going to have to hit it slow with a whole bunch of spin.
Maybe able to curve it. Jumping over a little piece. Going over the 3 and kicking at the 1.
Yeah.
Not going to be able to have a lot of speed on this 1. But, I mean, he is pretty limited.
Given what he had to work with, I think that was a great hit.
Yeah, he didn't rip open the 3 either, so.
There's still that complication.
Yeah, Chris is going to have to earn it without ball in hand, which is nice.
That's a beautiful thing what he just did. Very nicely done.
Played some really nice safeties. That's all right.
Again, we've got a tough ball to hit.
Very. Go at it, I think.
I think so too.
Be a little bit of draw or downward at it.
Go down the rail a little further with draw and speed. Try to create that separation.
It should be a favorite to hit this, though. Not easy, but it's going with a high ball. Behind it? Kind of stunned it.
I think you had it right when you said to hit it low. I think that would have be down the rail a little further. Would have done it for him.
Hey, Jeremy, it's Bobby Hilton just jumping in for a quick minute. How's everything going?
Good, Bobby. How you doing?
Booth there and kind of watching. What do you know about the Sam Henderson, this young stud from? You didn't play a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually worked with him a little bit over the holidays. We worked out a little bit, and then again saw him in Arizona, and yeah, I've been watching Sam for a couple of years. Really talented young player, Iowa, playing all the tournaments.
Bobby's 18 years old.
Seems
18.
really, really hungry. You know,
18.
he's
There's a lot of
way here after playing in Seattle last week. That takes a lot of heart, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's playing a lot of pool and taking it all in. I mean, like I said, he's been out here now. It's his second full year, I think, playing the tournaments for the most part. So he looking to make big strides this year in 2020. Chris, I think, is going to play more this year also. Super talented player.
Been around for a little
Also
while now,
still
right?
very young. What's that?
He's been around a little while now, right? Reinhold.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking earlier before the broadcast. He had changed his name from Robinson to Reinhold.
Yep.
He played 2 years on Moscone,
Yep.
SA.
I was real excited when I found out that he was coming to the event. Doesn't travel too many to the events I've seen that.
It's a nice springboard to go down to Super Billiards Expo.
Jeremy, you'll be at the expo, correct?
Right.
You'll be at the expo
Yep.
this year, right?
That's right. Yep. April 9th.
9th, we'll be there. Or she might have a booth.
Yeah, well, it looks like you got a match here too. Ooh, I got that one home. 5-3 now, correct?
Chris is clawing him back. Very good.
I noticed Big Hachi just won his match. I think it was 9-2 or 9-3 on table 1.
Which one?
Big Hachi.
Eklund?
Yeah, Eklund.
Yeah, yeah.
He just won 9-3. Canadian FSR kind of dogfights like 5-3 there, so they're all
Oh,
battling.
wow.
So
We've got a room full of champions, and Honas has that momentum coming off the Seattle Open.
Big win out there just 3 or 4 days ago. Sunday, right?
Yes.
All right, Chris has been breaking head on here. It's pretty interesting. See if he does it again. He went with a cut break. So he'll probably leave that quickly again.
Didn't mean that, boom. Sorry about that, guys.
Broke twice with the cut break and missed the one both times. But it's a combination. I don't know how good it is to take on with the jump cue. Tough.
I think he's supposed to roll out here.
Tough rollout also, though.
Yeah, where do you roll out? Yeah.
Like the middle of the end rail up there, the top rail. Combo's pretty tough from there.
Agreeing with you.
Think you might get it back, though.
Oh, he's actually in a dogfight as well. He was up 6-4.
Playing who?
Not even sure. Like I said, it is a room full of champions out
Room
there.
full of champions.
Unbelievable. Like Jeremy, I feel like we're at a world title match. World championship here. So, unbelievable.
World champions. He went in on it and he missed.
No, it's a. How many players did you have total, Bobby?
It being 57, but we had 21 of the WNT's top 125, so almost 20%. But Moscone is here. He did the math. It was 8 world titles, 26 Moscone Cup wins, and 8 World Cup.
That would be a good time to go get into action in Spain because all the Spanish players are here. Got FSR, David Alcade, Honas.
Oh, Berto's in China.
But he's in China, yeah.
What do you think about this?
A stellar field, really.
Really is. And then you got like the young kid like Sam Henderson, and then Morris here as well. I mean,
Maurice Newhausen's another immense talent for a young guy.
Yeah, he's not here, but Suke's here.
Yeah, the old guard.
Yeah.
Think about Sam's game. What do you think is the biggest improvement he needs to make over the next couple months here, or 6
months? Keep doing what he's doing. I think he's gotten better in every facet of the game. I think try and let it come to you a little bit as far as like the wins and stuff. Of course, you're trying to win, but don't put pressure on yourself as far as you expect to win big title like soon.
Came close to a scratch there.
Yeah, it's a couple shots that I thought he'd do a little something different on, but it's hard when you're younger because you can do this and you feel like you're supposed to, but then you got to pull the reins on the shot. So it's just a little experience and stuff. I think for the most part for him. I think also try and get it always like I used to tell Tyler, try and get as many matches as you can in. Don't we all want to play the big tournaments? Players like this, like Sam, big matches are huge, but just all matches are huge. You want to be playing as a big favorite sometimes. Nothing wrong with smaller events.
Strokes, right?
Yeah, I mean, practice is where it's at. Don't get me wrong. If you ain't practicing, you're behind the rest of the guys. But you can do that. You can make that happen and duplicate it and replicate it and change it however you want. You can't predict matches. Getting used to different elements and different things, I think.
You mentioned earlier about Sam that his shot making really looks like the strong suit for him. He's not missing much at all, but the other strategies and moving part of the game, like you say, let it come to him, and his game overall come up.
I think Lucas had kind of similar with that.
Very similar.
He's getting better with a lot of
His shot making is incredible.
Yeah, that's the basis of the game. So that's where these guys can feel good. Knocking in them balls is, they enjoy doing it, and that's really the foundation of the. It just takes it's an immense game when it comes to every decision out there. So the good thing is, if you're in stroke, you can handle a little bit of a bad decision, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, but the nuance is never ending. I think that's fair to say.
Pretty much, yeah. Especially like the rules we were playing here. I think when they play one on the spot with a bigger pocket, whatnot, I think it's plays into the role of certain players' efficiency, and I don't know. There's pros and cons to both, I guess. Here's a bunch of sponsors, the event
these are all
posted
our
right there at
sponsors for
Yale
the
Billiards.
So we got the venerable Andy Gow, we have Salotto, Taom Products, Simonis, Aramith Insurance, of course, the Sharkstream, and very own Yale Billiards, Bobby Hilton.
Yeah. What do you think about the Taom? I think they're kind of taking over the world, Jeremy. Like in pool, like it seems like they're signing more pros every day, and the chalk is the see one right there, and Henderson. It seems like everybody's using it.
It seems to be the most popular one. That's for sure. I think there's some new ones that just came out I'd never heard of um, here recently, but it seems like Taom's the most popular. I'd say almost by far, really. Yeah, good break off. You can see he's made the one on the side now. Times get a gap at the two here.
Guys, I'm gonna take off, guys. Thanks for letting me come in for a little bit. Chicken, Jeremy. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Bobby.
you.
Pushed out here, maybe to a piece of the two. Definitely a jump possible. He has to jump it up.
You giving this one back, Jeremy?
If he has to jump it, for sure. And you'll probably jump it. Can he even go for the jump with the side pocket there?
If the overhead tells us.
I mean, jump to make it is what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
He could certainly jump it, maybe bang it around the table a few else.
My first thought when he made that push out was, "Be my guest, show me what you got."
players take a break, maybe?
Possible. I'll keep an eye on another monitor. We'll go to a commercial for a moment. Go on break. Jeremy, what big next event do you have coming up?
The Super Billiard Expo
Okay, you're going to be there.
there.
Yeah.
Q-Tech booth mainly trying to squeeze in a little commentary. Looks like action courses.
Okay.
Pass this back to young Sam Henderson. Like he's going to maybe bank it around a couple rails, maybe try to stun the cue ball forward. Oh, he can see it.
Getting an edge.
Digging on this so he can bank it around. May work. A little bit of a look. Not a bad shot though overall.
They didn't leave him anything he could make. He cuts it a little bit to the right and sends it back down table. Try to
I
keep the
think
cue ball
so.
behind the 8.
Up for the scratch. Okay, there. Going to hold up in a very awkward position. Tell us how awkward it is.
We're looking for daylight.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you do here?
Maybe just come across the face of it, send it across toward the 3, and let the cue ball release if you could under the. At the 6 ball there, yeah.
How much?
Look for the cover with the 7-3. Possible.
Not sure what you can control, but
Got the double kiss off it.
gonna work out, looks like though.
Ball helped him out.
Why is Chris not looking at the jump, really?
That right on the button. He has that back cut.
Yeah, for sure. Seeing he's probably kind of trying to draw the cue ball into some type of cut on the 3 in the side. Big shot. 6-3 is our score. Beautifully, really.
They done.
And that's a big part of maturing is, looking at what you need right there and making the shot on the 2 ball so much easier rather than forcing it. Knowing the 4's over the corner, so really needs to make the 3 ball.
Come between the 6-9. Sorry, 5-9.
Hardly came out. It's easy to fall behind that ball thin, and then you get a little funny. Now you can draw out of this. Nothing wrong with falling a little behind the purple 5, and you might even play the 6 up long, but you don't want to fall a lot behind it. Everything gets odd, really. Perfect.
Essentially, a stop shot should be in great shape. Dials up the perfect speed for that position play.
Needs some pretty good tune with the speed for sure, and a big lead in this race to 9. It's race to 9 till our single elimination, is it?
Yes. I'm not sure if we could say it's a commanding lead, but it feels like Sam has been getting the job done.
Yeah, and he, looks like, the way the table is, anyone could miss a ball, but it doesn't feel like he's going to miss one he shouldn't miss. So you got to feel like it's going to be having a pretty darn good pull from Chris here. Make this comeback, and if he gets to win a game, get to break the balls a little more consistently, maybe.
The mindset for Chris, I think, has to be, I'm a good player, and this is win or break. So let me get at it here.
Oh yeah, there's been plenty of 7-3s faced before. Problem is that Sam's missed. Then missed the one. He's got a nasty little grouping with the 6, 8, 9 right there by the rack. That ball's near though. If you get on the 3 nice, you can open them with 4 there. There's things you can do. Oh, this was.
Great
Talk
shot.
about a tough hit.
That was a great shot.
Unless he can go right behind the 3 on rail, this is going to be a difficult hit.
Looking at that side rail, and that is tough action.
It's very tough action. I'm just see if there's anything else I like besides.
Too close to the too close to the ball to jump to the other side.
Trying to bend this.
Yes. I think he's at least happy he didn't open up those 3 balls on the rack for his opponent. Any good that came out of it, but like you said, that should be taken care of soon enough.
Is he gonna gamble here? I didn't know about that.
Oh,
Only reason, yeah, and I get it. Down 7-3, wants to try and get something offensive going, but he could have got on the 3 to open up the 6-8-9, or a 3-4 combination to open up 6-8-9.
absolutely. Yeah, he was maybe a tiny bit impatient there.
Safeties have been really on point. Good one here. Pretty good. Oh. There's a gap, really.
Like he's walking with purpose, like he's going to get a different cue. Is he going to try to jump the edge of that?
He is snookered. It's just an edge, I think. Might need the jump cue again, but made a heck of a shot there.
It was pretty spectacular, and he came so close to having good position. So don't put it away. Looked to you like he can control the 3 pretty good with this combination.
I think it's about like how you would shoot it if it wasn't a combo, if it was just a 3-ball itself. I don't think you get any kind of crazy. You gotta just take what you get, making it, right?
Surprised after making the previous one that he missed that combo.
Yeah, now for 7-3, this is a tester here, I think. Little shot here off the rail. Thinking about the 6-9 a little bit. Focus here on the shot.
Not as good as he could have hoped for.
Nice aggressive stroke also. Another one he's got to pay attention to a little. Could get steep.
Hitting just the right balls, huh?
Yeah. Nice out here. Much needed. 7-4. Been a real good match from both players.
Anybody out there who's unfamiliar with where we're broadcasting from, here's a look at Yale Billiards, Wallingford, Connecticut. Live action. Gets the okay to go. Breaking at 4-7. Tough result for the ball.
Ball's down in that upper side pocket. Play something lefty is what he was. So first now it looks like the bridge. Is he just going to try and bank the 2 away? Maybe come up the rail behind the 7 with the ball? Or bank the 1 away, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, but maybe bank it near the 2 and come up the side rail with the cue ball. Hate to sell out an easy shot on the side.
Past the side pocket. Well, he tried to separate them.
Oh, not terrible. I mean, didn't leave it so easy. Probably plays it safe, maybe. I don't know.
Checking the path of the cue ball. He'd like to get the cue ball on down behind the 9 in the general direction of the 3 ball.
Definitely not ideal.
That's surprising.
It. I really, although very tough table though, so can't say anything like that. But feel like if he gets on the 2 nice to get on the 3, it should be getting Sam to the hill here in this match. I like where he's done here. Got nice and close to the ball. Looks like he can spin.
Sorry.
I was just going to say spin with inside here.
Try to come between the 6-9.
Oh, just
behind
that
it.
side.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's what being close to it is so nice. You can be comfortable with the inside English.
With that inside English, I think that's the hardest to master in pool.
Yeah, it seems like that's.
Unless you're Filipino.
Well, I think most people would agree it's the most awkward. Elevate here, so got to make a little bit of a shot. Huge
struggling a little
opening.
bit.
Chris, yeah. Misses by these guys. Recovery there after this ball. Got a little bit of awkward cueing here, so probably like to keep it as simple as possible. Like he's gonna maybe draw the ball to the other side of 9.
Thinking as well. He's been spot on with his speed on these draw shots. And he shows one more time. He went over this one a little bit, but I think it's well within his wheelhouse.
Always one you got to pay attention to, though. Here's that rail. Get on the hill.
And it was tough. Those ones that are near the cushion like that, you just have to hyper focus.
Some of the balls that I like to think are the ones that you're supposed to always make, but near that cushion, we've seen a lot of missed ones through the years.
Working with that top approximately 1/3 of the ball.
You made a 7 ball similar in the match. Game number 2, I believe it was, maybe 3.
You called a shot similar to this angle early on in the match as a cuttable ball. And I look
Yeah,
at
the
this
7 it was.
I look at this and I think it's I'm wondering about should I duck here, but you might just go in on this and cut it in like you said the last time.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to shoot at it, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it. Give up a kiss on there, too.
Killer. And real quick, we got a game here at 7-5. Or we'll have in a moment.
Yes, indeed.
He let Chris get in right into that rear view mirror.
Just really hasn't figured out the break yet, and that can change at any moment.
Viewers that are watching on WNT TV, but we also have our digital pools channel, digitalpool.net/Sharkstream. If you want to watch every table streaming live or in on demand, that's the place to be. It's $10 a month or $100 per year. You go to digitalpool.net/Sharkstream, you can catch up right there, and you can watch all your favorite players right here at Yale Billiards at the McDermott Open.
Chris is telling himself, I am not out of this match. Break it.
On. Ball. Sure if any or how much of the one he has.
Pretty good with that purple ball. To get right behind that ball.
I think he got him.
Up on it, yeah. Close enough that he's got to put his face right there and see if he's able to. Yeah, it might be able to get behind it for the kick and stick. Tight.
I think he might have to go 2 cushions.
Just before the side. No, looks like he's got it straight on.
It's curving it.
With some big swerve, yeah.
Can't get much speed on that swerve.
He's considered
Big 2 rails.
he's considering both, yeah.
Shot. Nothing easy here. Gotta come all the way down for a 2-8 combination, it looks like. Gotta go with a straight high ball to a little window for the 2, but a lot more room on the right side of the table, and the combination's not that tough.
Heading for that combo.
Shot there. Huge mistake here.
Wow.
That's just gotta be taking it for granted. Saw that in a game ago. Supposed to miss that mark like that usually.
Ball to address where it's sitting. Just cinch this ball. Could have the 6 for most anywhere.
But you're in long ways away. You got to draw the cue ball or go forward some speed. So had a great recovery, but the shot has a lot of meaning here. It's going to be 8-5 or 7-6, you would think. Oh,
Said a few times. Nice recovery. That was a nice recovery. Watch where the 9's going to go. He's going to make this into the side. He's going to push the 9 down a little bit. So hyper aware of what he's doing with it.
Try to ease it.
Oh,
Yeah.
he went the other, yeah, he gave it a little more power. It
Maybe
was it
8-5.
was adventurous, but he got there on the hill.
Shout out to all of our tournament sponsors for the McDermott Open. We got Harriman Real Estate, Andy Gow, McDermott, of course. We got Simonis, Taom Billiards, Salotto, and your hosts are Yale Billiards and the Sharkstream. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Make sure you go to digitalpool.net/Sharkstream and subscribe if you want to watch all the tables all weekend long.
Huge thank you to Jeremy Jones for joining us with this
Oh, yeah.
extraordinary commentary. Really appreciate it. This is Brian the Kickin' Chicken. What a good time we're having right here at Yale Billiards, Wallingford, Connecticut.
This will be Sam's last break of the match. Caught the last one a little thin. And pretty good with the one on the side overall, though. So that one's short, but he did make another ball. The one's going to come open, I believe. Oh, the purple 5.
The next to last ball rolling.
Yeah. Like he's going to be wide open for the win, really. Now difficult push out, maybe to a jump behind the 4-5. Does he have it? No, he doesn't.
At least like that he didn't lose the cue ball that time. Got snookered.
Yeah, I think he's pushes out to that jump. Chris is supposed to take it, I think.
Easy. He doesn't want to give it up. That's why it's taken him so long. He just
Oh,
give him a tough angle.
terrible, I guess.
What does he want to send down table? The one ball or the cue ball?
Hard to control the one. Looking at that.
See if he's got any edge of it. I don't think he does.
I think he does. Maybe not. Thought he could see it.
That angle looks a little different to me. I think he may have an edge.
I think Chris has got an opening. Good one.
Like this is the first time in this match I'm seeing Chris with a nice rhythm going.
Yeah, I mean, most of the games he won, there were safeties involved and whatnot. Nice to get off the rail there a little bit. Should make it a little easier to get to 9.
Breaking at 6-8. And I'm playing those. Oh, we're back on live. Okay. Sorry about that. We're back live. Chris is breaking at
6.
6-8.
Made a ball. Got all of them down here, and he's near the 1.
Bit of surgery. Yeah, he's got every single ball on the top end of the table.
Trickiest part is probably the 8 and 9. Not too bad.
Hitting this really well.
Yeah, I wonder what he plays on the 8 and 9.
That's just what you said at the beginning. That's going to be the decider. Is there a Caramon?
Yeah, that's definitely playable. You would have figured he'd like to gotten straighter on the 7 to where he doesn't have to move much to get on the combo or kiss
Almost,
shot.
almost like he's breaking them up with this position here. Oh, he gambled, and I think he won.
Yeah. Oh, oh,
Very surgical, very nice.
8-7.
Getting exciting. Boy, we haven't worn that button out today, Jeremy. The break and run button.
Lucas had one on the early round, or 2 maybe. But other than that, I haven't really seen all.
Table's working out to be
Was like
the
that.
humbler. Sorry?
I was just saying it goes like that sometimes.
Yes, sir. Sam's got to take a breath and say, okay, I just need to get to the table. If I can't close this out.
Yeah, well, there's been a couple mistakes by each player, but
Yeah,
overall pretty high quality.
absolutely. Yeah. That might be the best break. I don't know if did he make a ball?
Broke head on again.
He
Gave up
hit
a
it.
safety on the one, but that it's a shot you can come behind the four ball, the pink four ball. Should be able to. Giving up a shot.
Got a row of balls he could use as blockers if he wants to go defensive here. I think he's supposed to.
Up a pretty easy kick and definitely a jump. Well, there, but
Gonna hit this ball pretty full. Got 4 balls that could be blockers.
one rail or two? Just one. Mind this.
Blockers.
And some close range ones as well.
Already looking at the kick.
I don't like the two rail kick myself, but right.
Felt like the 2-rail kick would offer more separation.
Yeah, it wasn't facing you quite as. I mean, you had to be comfortable with it, but it seemed like a lot of good things come from those two railers. But it pays to hit them regardless.
Bring the cue ball back by the 8 here.
I don't know if left side of it or not. You have to go off the right side. 6, 7, 9.
Yes, he did, yeah. Coming in for a good one here.
Uh,
Uh-oh, slow down.
You have left to look at this.
That 9.5-foot shot we all really love. But at a certain point, you're happy to have it. So I think he's happy to have
That
it.
feels nice when you make it.
Yes.
Certainly wasn't easy. It's going to be able to pull this over for decent look at the two. I don't know how close he can get to it.
Probably tap the long rail and out just slightly.
Nice on it. Not too much cut.
Past the 8, or you're going to have to
Goes to the
look at that.
side, I think, pretty easy.
Yeah. You start thinking about those side pockets with the angles. Pretty tight, but I think that'll be his play.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
real shot's the 4 to the 5.
Absolutely, yes. For this close, feel pretty confident about the side pocket. He's getting his extension. Turn it on, right? Yep. Not a whole lot of room for error here. A little bit of a tight window.
Yeah, he wants to come down and get somewhat heavy on the purple 5. That way, easy to get to the 6. Done real well there. Looks like it. 6-9's on offer also. It's a pretty easy combination from the top rail.
Thought about that as well.
I mean, if you don't want to force something here, you know, I mean, if it's there, right?
He wants to go bumping into anything here. Is he going to go forward?
Kill it.
Did go bumping. Worked out.
Work the cue ball past the 9 for the 7 in the top side pocket.
Couple of shots away from the finish line.
That lead he got is hard to overcome. Played real.
Based on what we've seen earlier, I think he's going to hit 3 rails here. Oh, yeah. But then again, maybe not.
Ways to do it in that situation.
Yeah. About to put a period on the end of this one, and thank you, everybody. This is Brian the Kickin' Chicken, along with Jeremy Jones. Brian Brennan here in the co-pilot booth here.
Yeah,
Thank you all
enjoyed
for
it.
tuning in. Thank you, Jeremy, so much for your great commentary. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we'll be right back on pretty soon.
I think so.